Oh, good evening, viewers. 1:15 in the morning here, and I can't sleep all. Not me feeling too good today, so fuck it. I thought I'd come on and just do a bit of shit posting, bit of chat, whatever. Maybe, just maybe, might get somebody donate some money to me so I can buy a new fucking webcam. No, webcam microphone, maybe, but I very much doubt anybody is going to do that. Yeah. So just head on over and have a look at the chat. I can't look at the chat because nobody is around. What the fuck am I doing? I have no idea. Ooh, should link out a couple of people. Mm, 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 Oh. Apparently I've got one viewer. Who doesn't say. Fucking hell. Let's have a shufty at what shit's been going down in the world, because I did notice earlier on there was some stuff going off that was quite lousy. Uh, we was alien capitals. Oh dear. Yeah, looks like Donald Trump's getting rid of more people. Oh, well, I'm sorry, I'm gonna start fucking yawning. Oh, let's have a look. What else we got today? Oh, I've got 0 viewers now. Oh dear. I'm just talking to myself at the minute. Yeah, talk to yourself. Best person to get a conversation out of. God, I am so bored. I fucking hate. It's a bugger when I can't even find the fucking link to my own bastard channel. Isn't it? Yeah. What next? Live on YouTube. Ah, there we are. Can't even fucking see my own bastard thing. Don't want that background. Oh, yep, I'm the only person participating in this chat. I love talking to myself, it's great. Right then. Right then. So, let's have a look at what's been going on in the world of stuff getting blown up and all that. So, North Korea. Yeah, North Korea is quite an interesting one at the moment. They have tested basically we've known for a while that North Korea has nuclear weapons because they quite proudly told everybody, and then they said they were developing a long-range delivery system in the form of an ICBM, and they've developed an ICBM. So now what they're trying to say is that they are quite willing to use long-range nuclear weapons against America, and apparently their ICBMs can reach their ICBMs can reach the United States. I don't know about you, but that I would take that as being rather threatening, to be honest. And then I've got this story here that's just turned up on CNN. So whether it's credible or not is another thing. But apparently it was updated at 5 to midnight, which is about an hour or so ago. Apparently, highly unusual North Korean submarine activity has been detected, which could mean anything. It could just mean that they're moving the submarines about just to, to basically say, look at us, we've got submarines and we're going to be a pain in the arse with them, or it could be them, you know what I mean? Considering the fact that they've only just developed a fucking ICBM, I very much doubt that they'll be fitting, they'll have already had a chance to fit them to submarines, but then again, they could already have short-range missiles on the submarines. It's strange just reading through the story. The US military has detected highly unusual and unprecedented levels of submarine activity and evidence of an ejection test in the days following Pyongyang's second intercontinental ballistic missile launch this month, a defense official told CNN on Monday. An ejection test, which examines the missile's cold launch system, which uses high-pressure steam to propel a missile out of a launch canister into the air before its engines ignite, preventing damage to the submarine or submersible barge that would launch the missile. Carried out on land at the Simpo Naval Shipyard, Sunday's ejection test is the third time this month and fourth this year that North Korea has conducted a trial of that missile component and is critical to developing submarine launch capabilities, according to US defense officials. Coupled with reports of increased submarine activity, news of another ejection test comes amid concerns over North Korea's launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile that appears to have the range to hit major US cities on Friday. And blah, 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 blah. President Trump says that basically basically President Trump says, like, fuck them, But this is I asked if the US would strike first. Trump's press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, said Monday that all options are on the table, adding that Trump would not broadcast his decisions. Well, let's be fair, one of the things he said during the debates with Hillary Clinton was that he said it was a bit stupid how every time, the US military did anything, they, would say what they were going to do first. And then when they get somewhere, they'd be like, oh, where's the people that were coming to attack gone? So basically saying, look, we're not, I'm not saying what we're going to do yet because, that's stupid. I mean, you don't tell your enemies what you're going to do. So, the situation with North Korea has been, they've openly declared their hostility to toward the West, particularly with America. And I found on Twitter, I don't know whether it is an official or not, it's just one taking the piss, the DRPK's Twitter page or Twitter news feed. I'm not even sure whether it is a real one or not, but it was basically saying about, we now have the capability to, attack America, and that idiot Trump won't be able to do anything about it. And it's like, to be honest, if that's what their attitude is, then, being as the West has had ICBMs, since the sort of 60s, we've got quite a few years on the few that North Korea currently has. Our submarines are better, our missile tracking systems are a lot better, newer, and much more efficient than anything that Korea has managed to cough up in the past few years. And, I think that fucking Kim Jong-un is really overestimating his really overestimating his chances when it comes to, a war like that. I mean, it would be a right bugger if all of a sudden nukes started raining down on cities, but then again, the minute that happens, North Korea will cease to exist. Oh, Buttercup's here. Hello, Buttercup.
Hello.
Hello. What you up to?
Got home. Well, got off work, got home, ate food, and
not fags, drank tea, used the toilet.
Huh?
You say you got home, ate food, smoked fags, used the toilet.
Exactly. You know, the
Yeah,
usual.
usual shit. Yeah, you didn't sacrifice any virgins to our Lord and Savior King, did you?
Ah, just two.
Oh, only two. Well, only moderate.
Yeah,
Yeah, only moderate blessings will be upon you.
they. The problem is one of them. Um, the second one wasn't a complete virgin,
Well,
so I was kind of afraid to keep sacrificing because,
what have they had like ear sex or something?
huh?
Have they had like ear sex or something before? You know.
Belly button, actually.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah.
real pervert to go in the belly button. Yeah,
So it was a problem because they don't the ancient elder gods they like the strict virgins and
yeah. Bit like vampires, really. You know, it's like it's pure driven snow all the way or nothing.
exactly.
Mm.
So I had to stop because if I didn't stop, I was afraid that one of them might have, I don't know, had anal or something, and then there'd be no hope for
Yeah,
blessings upon me and my family after
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's terrible.
Not kidding. It is. Oh. Well, hopefully your day's been a lot better than mine. I've had a fucking crap day again. I thought it was going to be a good day, and then it ended up being a crap day.
What
Never
happened?
did. Oh no, it's just I woke up sort of early this morning and I was like all full of energy and like oh nice one because I've say because I've not long since moved house. Well, I've been living here about 2 months now, but there's still things need doing. And I've been working on the shed that's outside. It needs rebuilding. I've been laying a new floor and
Yeah.
I managed to get some more of it done. But then I thought like right, I'll just leave off for a bit, have a bit of dinner and whatever. And as soon as I had dinner, I just felt like shit. It's probably I've been a little bit. Because this is the thing, it's like when you've got stuff wrong with you, like I have to be careful with what I'm doing. And I don't know what I've done or whether it was just one of random fucking flare ups of me, um, of my ailments.
What's wrong
I,
with you?
oh, I've got all sorts. I've got mainly it's fibromyalgia that affects me. I've got arthritis and stuff as well. So,
I've got
uh,
fibromyalgia and lupus, so yeah, I totally
oh,
understand where you're coming from.
it's not lupus. It's never lupus.
Thank you, Dr. House. Anyway.
For hose, man.
No, but it really, yeah, it's it sucks. The fibro
Yeah,
I was sitting there talking to somebody the other day, just scratching myself raw because all my nerve
yeah,
endings were acting up.
yeah.
Yeah, just
I,
fucking raw, just rakes up my arms, and I'm
yeah.
like, oh crap, what did I do?
Well, that's it. When I come in, I just suddenly got this pain in my knee, and I was like, "What the hell's that?"
Right?
And yeah, when I rolled my trouser leg up, there's like it looks like like when a cat scratches you,
Yeah,
it's like that sort of those parallel lines across your skin. It looked
yeah,
like that to me, and I'm like, "Where the hell did that come from?"
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, fucking there, and then that ached for a bit. I'm covered in what they call it. So, like I say, every time I get a cut or out like that, it hurts. Fucking
Do
oh
do you do you ever get the sensation like you've stuck your either your hand or your foot in like ice cold water and it's just like
yeah,
that numb pins and
yeah,
needles sensation, even though all you're doing is just standing there?
yeah. I get that all the time. I also get the one where you wake up in the middle of the night and you feel like you're on fire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's oh god. Oh my god. I can't. I hate this and I hate that people don't understand it.
No,
It
I
drives me
don't.
absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on really strong painkillers for the for the constant pain. But basically all that happens is that I take the painkillers and they kind of dial it down a bit, but they don't completely get rid of it. I'm on
See,
other I'm on other medication. I've got stuff to stop me. I've got stuff to stop my stomach from basically digesting itself because of all the other tablets I take. I've
Yeah.
got stuff to control my diabetes, and I've got stuff to keep me from wanting to kill everybody. And stuff to stop me killing myself, and then stuff to stop me killing other people. And it's like I say, with that cocktail of fucking drugs inside me, it gets to be a bit of a pain in the arse when one of these things goes
Oh, sure,
fucking
now it
wrong.
works.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh,
What we got here? What we got here? Oh, it's Callie.
we
How
got
you doing,
Casual
Callie?
Kelly.
Callie!
Yeah,
Yay, I made it. And
yeah.
I'm
You know,
braless, but
I
you
was
can't
just about
tell.
to DM you
you know,
the yeah, but I forgot to.
Kelly. I almost felt bad the other night in, was it Geek server with what Brown Bomber was doing to you? But some of those were
Yeah,
funny as fuck. I'm not even
they
gonna
were.
lie.
Yes, they. Some of them. Not all of them, but some of
No,
them.
no, but some of them.
Oh, these crazy teenagers. And their
You're like
past.
25. Shut
Yeah.
up.
I'm like 27. I'm 10 years older than him.
Oh god. Like,
I feel so old.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
there you are.
I can't remember how old I am. I think I'm like 36, something like that. I don't know. I can never
You don't know how
remember.
old you are?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Is like I say, I've got like the brain fog and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. No, I get
And,
you.
yeah, and I can't remember. Whenever anybody asks me how old I am or when I was born, I have to like really think about it.
Sleep.
I can remember my date of birth, but then when somebody says how old are you, I'm like,
What year were you born?
1980.
Okay, so yeah, that makes you like 30,
Old.
Mhm. Yeah, I think
30.
I'm like 36 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe 37. I'm trying to remember because my sister's from 79.
Yeah, you're either 36 or 37 depending on
Yeah,
when you were
something
born.
along those lines. Yeah, but I fucking there. It's like I say, every day I forget things. I get the horrible bits as well because it's like when I explain to people when people say like about, they'll say, "Oh, I've got fibromyalgia," and they say, "Well, what's that?" And it's the easiest way to describe it. I found for me is that I'm in constant pain and basically my nervous system is slowly rotting away.
Right.
Jesus,
I
just die
actually
already.
Yeah,
I actually had to step down at work because of that. Because
yeah.
I between the lupus and the fibro and the brain fog and the pain and the this, that, and the fucking ever, you know.
Well, that's it.
I got
It's like I've been there. I mean, I'm not able to work anymore because it's like I say, I can't do any carrying or anything like that. And if I get like an admin job or something working on the phones or something, I forget what I'm saying halfway through a sentence.
I do that too.
Yeah, and then I just my brain is just fucking implode on themselves. Then plus it's like what the fuck? I'm getting some fucking oh god, I'm getting some weird tweets sent at me here in a minute. I don't know why. And they're like, what was it? I mean,
Are they
I was bored earlier, so
interracial porn?
I did a drawing of irate bear as a Cyberman, and I got some guy saying like, "Oh, put him down" or something. So I'm just like, "Yeah, I know it's crap. I'll fucking kill myself, and you can fuck me in the arsehole." And then they're like, I mean, if you're offering, you're not a dude, right? If you're a cop, you've got to tell me if you're a dude. It's the law somewhere thing, and I don't fucking know. Fuck off. I don't care. Yeah. So have we actually got any? Have I actually got any viewers about it? No, I haven't actually. Can you tweet out the thing, see if anybody comes in to view? Because
Yeah.
yeah, because it's only the second time I've ever done a stream, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's what I say. I did what they call it. I did a bit of work, which I had something to eat, and then afterwards I just felt like shit. So I went for a lay down, and then the next thing I woke up and it was like it was at 10 to 7 or something at night, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened there? Yeah,
I'm putting laundry away.
yeah.
I'm in the process of doing laundry as well. So if I
But
disappear,
Are you washing like all your mucky underwear to sell on eBay? Because if you want to sell that, don't wash it.
Who wears underwear
The
these
stink
days?
adds value.
Not me.
It's just one
Uh,
more thing you gotta take off and on.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
like it because
did you
it's
see
just
that video? Are either of you still subscribed to Mr. Repzion? Or you,
I
or
haven't
have you just
watched
moved?
him in years.
No,
I got
I don't
bored.
think that I am. I don't know.
well, this is a thing. It's like basically he's more or less destroyed his own channel because he got bored of talking about religion. So he said he was going to move on to talking about like social justice and all stuff like that. And then he got
Mhm.
bored of that, so he said, "I'm going to diversify my channel and have like gameplay footage and vlogs and stuff like that." And since then,
Huh.
his ratings have gone up. So obviously, then there was the apocalypse, which meant that his AdSense thing. He's got people on Patreon, but then he did a video the other day saying that. So I'm going to tell you something that I'm not embarrassed about it, but I've been selling like pictures of my feet and stuff on fetish websites. And he says, and I've also got like underwear and socks and stuff like that up for sale if anybody wants to buy them. It's like,
Okay,
Well,
that's
whatever
weird.
floats
Like
your boat, Tinkerbell.
the
yeah,
the feet thing, fine, whatever. But the socks and underwear kind of thing, that's a little weird. Like
yeah.
Hey, man.
Well, this
that's
is
People
the
want his
thing, isn't
socks
it?
and underwear. They're the weird
Yeah, I
ones.
that's
mean,
where
this
I'm
is
gonna
the
have to
thing.
draw a line.
That's not. I mean, it's not the first time I've seen, thingies selling, like underwear and stuff like that. Because obviously, you get a lot of the cam girls and stuff like that do it, but it's usually women that do that. But then again, you can understand that obviously, if there's like men that like sort of sweaty young boys sort of thing, then they might want to buy like sweaty undies and stuff. But you have to think though, what exactly is going to be in this fucking underwear if you buy a pair of his fucking socks?
Ah,
I mean, what it's like when you buy, if you buy like fucking mucky women's underwear, there might be a bit of fucking, a bit of fucking girl goo in there, and
Some
maybe
girl mucus. I call it
yeah,
crotch snot.
yeah, but
ah,
what's going to be in here? I mean, you'd be well, it's going to be like piss and shit and maybe a bit of spunk,
right?
but yeah, sweaty
Something you want to
sweat
take a
out,
black light to?
yeah, maybe a bit of sweat out of his arse crack.
Just a
Oh,
little bit.
yeah. Yeah, but that's what I said when I seen that video the other day, and I thought, Jesus Christ, this channel must be fucking suffering if he's actually come on his channel to say, basically them selling, foot fetish pics and underwear and stuff like that.
He must really not want the job.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, one of the things he was saying, like he was at college doing something, and then he said he was going to switch to trade school instead, and he's been doing some like a trade school, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. I know he's learned to like you be a bricklayer or plumber or something like that. But so obviously he's not seen a much. Well, he either needs money really quickly now, or he's not seeing much of a future for himself in a trade.
Ah,
Mm.
maybe he really sucks at mason work.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, the only other option available after if you fail if you're not very good at college and then you're not very good at trade school, the only real option available to you then is call centres, and you are scraping the bottom of the barrel if you're starting to work in a call centre. Those places are fucking awful. Mm. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like I've done. I've worked in God knows how many call centres over the years, and it just the thought of working in one again fills me with fucking dread. You know,
Ugh.
I would never set foot inside one. I mean, I said years ago I was never going to work in a call center again after I managed to find a job that was doing just admin, and then ended up getting made redundant from that job. So I was skint. I needed money, so I just got a job at one of the
Oh, my
local sort of throwaway
headphones.
call center things. And honest to God, every single day I went to work, I had to walk up there and just make sure that I was looking down at the floor because if I looked at the building, I would have turned round and walked away. But I needed the fucking money. And while I was working there, I hated literally every second of it. I hated the fucking arseholes that work there, that somehow managed to get their way into management positions, even though they're completely fucking incompetent. You know, and I absolutely, I mean, it's like if you watch, you know, like Count Dankula's videos where he talks about experience working call centers, everything he says is absolutely fucking spot on. You know, I mean, he did one video where he was talking about it and said, you know, did like taking piss, saying, you know, somebody ringing in to say the mum had died and he needed a couple of days off, and then manager's like, oh well, I can let you go at 4 or something like that. I've actually seen that happen where somebody's rung in, you know, rung in first thing in the morning and said, look, I've had a relative, you know, like my mum's died or something like that, you know, and obviously I'm going to have to take a couple of days off, and they've actually said to him, either you come into work or you get the sack. And he's
Oh
like, you
God.
know, this lad, yeah. And he's literally, this lad's like, you must be fucking kidding. And, you know, they're like, oh, no, we can't do without you. It's too short a notice. You know, and it's like, well, I'm really fucking sorry that, you know, my mum didn't die on fucking command at a time that was.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I
I
had someone once, I mean,
How dare your mother die?
yeah, my granddad, well, my grandma and granddad used to live in Leeds. I mean, they both died now, but my granddad suffered a really bad stroke in the middle of the night, and you know, I was the only relative available, sort of thing. And I went through to Leeds. I went through to Leeds in the middle of the night, you know, to be there with my grandma. And I rung him work and just said, look, I can't come into work today. My granddad got rushed into hospital last night with a serious stroke, and you know, we're not quite sure whether he's going to make it, you know, sort of thing. And the fucking manager was like, you know, well, that's not very convenient for us. It's like, I said to him, I said, look, mate, I said, I couldn't give two fucks whether it's convenient for you or not. You know, I says, at the end of the day, a relative of mine is on fucking death's door. I says, I'm really sorry it's not convenient, but, you know, fuck you. Like that.
right?
Yeah. I come back to it a couple of days later and he comes and said, I want to see you. And it's like, yeah, I'll see you with Union Rep stood there, and that Union Rep can tell you how you're a piece of shit. You know, and that's what I said. That's last I heard of that one. But it has actually happened. I mean, there was a lass that was working at the last call centre I worked at, you know, the one that I fucking hated and couldn't even look at. And she found out she was pregnant. She came in and reported, you know, like you're supposed to do when she's found out she's pregnant. She come in and said, you know, look, I found out I'm like, you know, 10 weeks pregnant or something like that. And the sacked her on spot because she was pregnant. And they can't do that, it's illegal. But because the way that they recruit staff, you know, they do it through employment agencies instead of actually giving you a proper job. Um, they can just get rid of you. And then if you know, try and do all about it, just say, oh, you weren't like, you know, hitting your targets or whatever. Yeah. Not because you're pregnant, because, you know, obviously that'd be illegal. We can't sack you when you're pregnant because that's illegal. But you weren't hitting your target.
I took 2 weeks maternity leave, but it was also a family business, and they kind of really needed me.
Yeah.
Out there
I mean,
anyways.
in some
Not to
ways,
mention, I'm a tough chick. Like, I was ready to go to work the week after I had the kid.
yeah.
But I
Yeah.
was
I
like,
mean,
oh,
in
sweet
some ways,
vacation
working
time.
for in some ways, working for like a family business can be all right. But if your last name isn't the same as the guy who owns the fucking company, you know that you're going to be shit on. You know, it's like
Alright.
there. You know, I mean, I worked at a construction company, and you know, they said that they were all right with workers, but it's like whenever I asked for something, the answer was no. But the boss's son, um, you know, they like gave him a management job, and he wasn't particularly good at it. And we always used to have to fucking, you know, go around and clean up after it. And you know, basically he'd nip off for days. He wouldn't even come into work for days on end and stuff like that. And you know, if I did that, I'd have been sacked fucking straight away. But he did it. Oh, it's all right. It's, you know, he's a member of family life. You know.
And that's how I never got fired.
I had a
Yeah.
pretty good experience with a family owned place that I worked at when I was younger.
Yeah.
Um, it was a deli in the town that I grew up in or whatever.
Cool.
And the only employees were like the guy who owned it, his dad, and his wife, and me. And they hired this other guy, and I think this other guy thought because he was friends with the owner that he could get away with, you know, not doing anything. I got him fired. Well,
How did you get him fired?
How did I get the friend of the owners fired?
Yeah.
Basically, so what I did was I went to the owner's wife, who also worked there and also owned it. I was like, hey, I don't know if I'm incorrect here. I was like, but I was under the impression that he and I had the same job. Meanwhile, and I, basically explained, meanwhile, all he does when he comes in here is make phone calls and sit on his ass.
Yeah.
He wasn't working there the next day.
No. It wouldn't have been worth it. If I'd have been fucking manager, I'd have spotted that ages ago and got shuttering. Yeah, mind you, I had that. I used to work nights at this one place, and basically all I was there to do was like, sort of like be a nighttime security guard and do paperwork for them and things like that. And they said, well, basically when I took the job, they said, oh, you're just doing paperwork. If any jobs coming through at night, you just give them out. Just keep an eye on the yard, and like take bins out and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, fair enough. And then as I was there for longer and longer, they were basically wanting me to be like a cleaner as well, or at night get mop out and get scrubbing floors and all stuff like that. And it's like I said there, I says, I'm not being funny, I says, but I'm not here to be a cleaner. I says, that's an extra job you're adding on. I says, that's a job all on its own. So, my wages need to be going up if you want me to be a cleaner. And they were like, oh, well, what we're doing is we split it between you and the guy that works on days that, when you're not here. So I said, oh, all right, fair enough. And time went on, and I started noticing that for some reason, it's like I'd spend all night cleaning the place up, and it'd still be, I'd come in, it'd be mucky, and then I'd think like, well, that guy that works on days off is it? So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to clean the place and see what he does. So I had my days off, I came back, the place was still fucking filthy, he'd not touched it at all. So I just raised that with him. I just said there, I says, this other guy that's supposed to be cleaning the place when I'm not here, I says, is he actually cleaning the place or what? I just got to, no, that's not to do with you. And I said, well, yeah, it is. I said, being as that we're both doing the same job, I says, obviously, I says, unless you're giving him different responsibilities. I says, but if I'm going to be night cleaner for this place, which I'm not particularly interested in doing, I want either extra wages or he does his share as well. Well, like, oh, you tell us what to do. I went, all right then. I says, well, in that case, if you want to renegotiate the contract to add the cleaning duties to it, but we told you they were light cleaning. I was, yeah, there's a difference between taking bins out and fucking, getting hot water and bloody scrubbing brushes out and scrubbing things down and stuff like that. I said, that's a proper cleaner's job. I said, I'm not being funny. I said, but if I took a proper cleaner's job, I'd get more money than what I'm getting here for it.
Right.
But they kind of objected to that, and I just said, well, if that's what you're going to do, then I'll just stick to doing the paperwork and keeping an eye on the depot, like what I was originally employed to do. I says, if you want cleaning, you're going to have to get a cleaner in.
Oh my God, guys, my Xbox
told,
just
then
fell
I
down.
got told that my services were no longer required, so I just went, fuck off then.
Guys, my Xbox fell.
Yeah, well, that's
Okay.
it. Yeah, some lasses that worked during the day said the guy that, because basically what it was like an all-night, well, it wasn't an all-night garage, it was like a recovery firm, when you break down send a wagon to pick you up or a mechanic to see if you can fix it. And the guy that owned it lived right next door to the depot. And some of the girls that worked in the office during the day said he'd come down, like we're fucking washing, like his dirty clothes and stuff like that, and he'd tell them to do his washing for him. And it's like, no. And then he had one of them, he asked her to come up to house, and when she went up to house, he just like got an Hoover and everything out and said, oh, would you mind just cleaning up downstairs for me? And she's like, no, fuck off. It's like that. It's like sometimes the tech piss, and that were a family-owned firm as well.
Oh, jeepers.
Yeah. If you want to see if anybody else wants to come, yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to interrupt your story.
No, it's all right. I'm used to getting interrupted.
Go. I can't get a word in with you, my bro. You go and you go.
Yeah, no, I can't help it. I like
But
I can't stop.
my Xbox fell, so I was too busy dealing with that anyway.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, no, so
I
I'm
don't.
looking at their picture of a really big fat woman with a t-shirt that says "Don't grab my pussy."
Oh yeah, I
And,
saw that.
yeah, don't. Sorry, white boys. Only a black man can handle this. It's like, on behalf of white men everywhere, we support your decision. On behalf of black men, we admire your graciousness. However, we decline your offer and ask the Mexicans to take one for the team. On behalf of Mexicans, there are some jobs even we won't do. Maybe the Asians. On behalf of the Asians, we also decline this offer. We are practicing our arithmetic. Maybe Muslims have the answer you seek. On behalf of Muslims, we're going to have to decline the offer for the simple fact we don't eat pork.
I've I put in Far Cry 3 again.
Yeah.
I fixed my Xbox.
Mind you, with that picture of her, I don't think even I would. I don't think even I would go there. But Far Cry 3's ace, yeah.
You know,
A dog, a goat, and a boy walk into the bar. Oh, we've got activity in chat, so okay. So a dog, a goat, and a boy walk into the bar. What's the next bit? I'm assuming this
bananas.
Is going to be
I can't see the chat anyway.
it literally just says a dog, a goat, and a boy walk into a bar. That's all it says.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's going to be some sort of hilarious joke.
The goat was raped.
Yeah.
Probably.
They walked into a bar and did.
Unless they tag teamed the child.
What would I do?
What?
A dog, a goat, and a boy walk into a bar. What would you do? I would tell the boy that, unfortunately, due to licensing laws in this country, he's not allowed in. The dog I would kick out, and the goat will kick out because obviously animals aren't allowed in pubs. Unless, of course, it was like a couple of furry paedophiles walking in to make his catch, and then I would kick them all out. I'd have them there, and then ring the police, and the police would come and kick them out, and take them away and do things to them. Kick the fuck out.
No furries allowed.
Yeah, that should be a law that no furries allowed in pubs.
I was scared of them.
Once they've got alcohol in them, they fucking, they just don't stop.
I say allow all the furries and then get them really, really drunk and make them dance.
No, there are some things that human eyes were never meant to see.
And furry costumes is one of them.
They can do what they want is not. It's not for human eyes.
I am scared. I have legit fear of furry suits.
I don't know.
I know what you're getting for Christmas.
No.
I
Not a furry suit with a romper.
I don't remember, like Walmart or something, but somebody had returned a. Oh God, what was it? You know the film is it Avatar? With the blue people in it.
Oh
yeah, Avatar.
James Cameron
somebody
movie.
Returned one of the blue alien like cosplay suit things, but just basically it was a bright blue, like lycra body glove thing, and they'd returned that, and then when they took it out of the packet to look at it in shop, basically it had the crotch cut out.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
They were just like, what the fuck?
People were getting spooty with the heavy-duty. I don't know.
Fucking Avatar porn.
You tried really hard there, Callie, to make that work.
I'm too busy being awesome at my game.
Yeah.
Worry about consistency with grammar that I make up on my own. I'm fine.
Far Cry 3's ace.
So
I
found.
freaking love this game.
I found nobody to come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
In about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. People want to come on. If you find somebody who wants to come on and chat shit, that's fine.
Oh my God. I went through my old Tumblrs today and got off all my fan fictions and all the fan arts people made for me of my pirates from Far Cry 3. I was like, Oh, I want to write again, but then I got to my computer and I was like, no. I'll just play the game.
The problem I have with the Far Cry series is like the original Far Cry was sort of like a a kind of a weird sci-fi story, and
It
then
was
Far Cry 2 went weird, and it was just based like Grand Theft Auto, but in Africa.
yeah.
Far Cry 3 sort of got back to the thing there where you have somebody getting thrown into a situation where they're not quite sure what's going off and shooting at people.
Yeah.
But I haven't played Far Cry 4 yet. I keep seeing it,
Oh, Far
'cause I,
Cry 4 is beautiful.
yeah. I mean, I only buy games when they're in, like, I don't buy them brand new. I buy them usually from the, like the second-hand racks, and you get like three games for the price of two, and buy one, get one free sort of thing.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
I keep seeing that coming up, but it's like, it's still quite expensive, even though it's an oldish game now.
I usually rent games to see if I want to spend the money to buy
Oh,
them.
we can't even do that here anymore. We don't have
Oh,
any game rental or anything.
we have a
The
family
last place
video.
I knew, the last place I knew that you could rent games from was Blockbuster, and since that went bust, you
Right.
can't rent stuff anymore. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I ain't even got fucking Xbox Gold anymore. Like I say, I keep meaning to get around playing it because I bet you because I used to spend ages playing World of Tanks, and I really missed that. But I bet you if I got gold back and fired up World of Tanks, it'd take like probably about 2 or 3 days just to download and install all the fucking updates. Ooh, I really miss my
You
tanks.
stupid dogs! Get away from me! Oh my
Motherfucker,
god! I'm gonna die from a goddamn pit bull.
motherfucker me in the
Get
dick.
away!
Yeah. So,
Yay, I win.
so in other news this week, apart from North Koreans wanting to nuke us, but there's something where is it apparently feminists now want to make it illegal to be a stay-at-home mother. Apparently,
Oh well, F that shit.
yeah, no,
Did you
it's
play
like
Far Cry Primal?
yeah. I mean, it's like I looked at the fucking article and I've seen people's videos about it, and I was like looking and like, who the fuck's thought this one up?
Hi,
Oh,
nobody.
hi nobody.
I did tell you I got nobody
Can't
to
hear
come
you.
on in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, it's a big triangle with an eye looking at me. It's Illuminati confirmed.
Nobody, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
There you are.
Uh,
Barely.
Yay, can barely hear him.
I may or may not have been
Might as well
promised
not
boobs.
even be
Hold
here.
on.
Let me just hang on and see if I can fiddle about with your sound settings.
I cannot show the boobs. I'm too busy playing important things that matter in my life. This game is my life and soul. It brought back my writing skills after like 5 years of not writing. And then it was the size of a Harry Potter book. Someone actually took the time to measure my writing. And I was like, you have no life. I love you. And they were like, dude, it's like the size of the first Harry Potter book. And I'm like, it's not even halfway finished.
They're quite nice.
I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Yeah, the rest of the stream is now going to be silence with interspersed with noises off.
Yeah.
All right, enough of that.
Yeah,
You come, Makasawari. Ven aquí conmigo en mi esposa.
Yeah.
I give you.
Yeah, that's what
I give you this awesome sniper round to the face. Ow! It didn't work. He
up
killed
his
me.
ass. Was it Angus the Blowfish was like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah. Just wait till I get my boobs out.
I'll get my boobs out later when the husband gets home.
The side boob, and this is my side boob. I was on the other day because for some reason here on ITV2 since they got the rights to Family Guy off the BBC, they just show like random episodes starting from about 10:30 at night through till like about midnight sort of thing, and the episode with the side boob thing came on and it's just like I was watching it like, oh god, this is funny as fuck.
Hi, the freaking FCC.
Oh yeah.
I love that song. Don't remember how it goes, but Don't care. All right, the rest of you are getting shotguns to the face because I'm not dealing with this.
Shotgun.
Cassowaries are evil creatures because they are in the bird family, and birds are evil, and I hate them.
Really?
Yes.
No,
Oh,
sorry, she left. She
Oh
invites
no,
me
I
into.
think, yeah, but yeah, she just said she's doing a quick video and then she's going to.
Yeah.
I bet you she's gone to do fucking bare boobs videos for Snapchat and she's not sharing. I'm right.
Of course.
Oh yeah, she can hear us.
Yeah, she can hear us. Can she hear this? Oh,
Literally, I'll be right back.
Woo!
I'm gonna shoot.
Literally does not mean the same thing anymore.
No, literally means figuratively.
Yep,
Yeah.
and there is no such thing as figuratively, so
Yeah. He's
goodbye,
like,
English language. I
he's
hardly
like
knew
literally Hitler.
ye. Such literally Hitler.
Donald Trump is literally Hitler. So, oh really?
Oh yeah.
Was he born in Austria in 18?
This was the bunker my characters did the dirty deed in.
College doesn't teach it, indoctrinates.
Beachfront property. Puts anybody in the mood to do sexy things.
You're in the sexy time.
Oh yes, all the sexy times, all the time.
Yeah.
All the
So
time.
yeah, what was that about? Yeah, they make it illegal for people for women to be stay-at-home mums. It's like, well, does that mean then that it's also illegal to be a stay-at-home dad? And by extension, does that mean it's illegal?
Well, of course,
to
no, because that's man,
Yeah, that's
and
men.
men are evil and deserve to be. Ooh, a Japanese plane. Deserve to be smote with all of the oppression that women and people of color have accumulated over the millennia.
Right. Okay.
Stay-at-home dads are generally referred to as losers.
Yeah, maybe they shouldn't have been like so easy to conquer. That's what I said there. It's like they say, oh, what about the oppression with people in Africa and stuff like that? It's like, well, bear in mind that most people that colonized like Africa was mainly the British, Italians, and French, Germans,
Yeah.
Dutch, really.
Oppression doesn't mean oppression anymore.
Yeah, and it's like when they got there, there were like black people there and stuff like that. But it's like, well, we beat them in a fair fight. They came with their best, weapons, and we went there with our best weapons, and unfortunately, our weapons were.
But we were cheating because we used guns.
Yeah, guns, and they had like the home field advantage, and decades of inter-tribal fighting and everything like that. But no, Buck, what were you recording there? Was it where I said, was it a bare booby video for Snapchat?
No, it was not. Not quite.
Not quite. Oh, link me.
Not quite.
The milling. Was it your ass?
Huh?
Was it your ass?
No. It was. The first of a week of videos that I said I would do when I hit 200 subs.
I got 50 subs today. I'm gonna make a video where I just play Super Nintendo games. That's it.
I'm going to say Kay were about earlier on. He's uploaded his latest video and he's started losing subs again. But it's just weird. It's like, because I uploaded the video the other day, which I bet nobody's fucking watched. The was it Equal Rights Amendment video, and why it keeps getting defeated. And I lost one sub, and then now I've got two back. And I think all it is just that occasionally YouTube goes through, and any accounts that haven't had any activity on them or stuff like that, it just removes them. So it could be like puppet accounts that are sub to him and just basically been removed. But like I said there, I've been doing YouTube videos since about 2008, and I've only just got over 300 subscribers. Kay's been doing it less than a year, and he's got 700 odd. So moan when you've been at it for more than 5 years and you've got no subs. Also, Phil Daniel Millennia, just over the past millennia, number of instances where people press white people.
I keep getting them and I don't know where they're coming from.
I don't know.
I'm like, I don't know 50 people.
I watched a.
I would assume you're constant live stream whoring.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
probably where it's coming from.
Well, usually I get the subs after I've been on like some big person stream. Like after I got off the Kun stream, I got like 3 subs, and I was like, "What is this?
I
Who are
have
you
no
people?"
idea where some of mine came from. But then
yeah,
again,
no,
Boobs.
I'm sure some of it, I'm sure a lot of it is that. But then again, I have been on streams with the white YouTuber. I've been on streams with Suit Yourself, Undoomed.
Well, I think slumming it.
I just want to fangasm over Fast and Furious with Mundane Matt. He's the only one who understands me.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna kill this seagull in the air.
yeah.
Damn it!
Phil Daniel in the chat there. You are correct. Yeah, the peoples of color have oppressed white people. Yep, Arabs. Yep, Berbers. Yep, Mongols. Yep, Turks. There was also the Barbary pirates.
Those don't count because those were pre-American colonialism.
Yeah,
See,
and,
here's
it was actually the Arabs that invented the sort of intercontinental slave trade because they would transport people down the Silk Road.
see here's the problem with framing things in terms of race, like certain people on the left like to do. If you frame things in terms of race, all you do is help white supremacists, because right now, white economies are predominantly white economies are doing the best. Now, you might disagree with me and say, well, it's Asians, but you have to remember Asians don't exist. So,
But I thought Asians were like the offshoot of Ethiopian colonists that went to the eastern thing. Back in the days when they was.
I know Greeks were black, and
yeah, all Greeks were black.
Korean samurais, they were black. Japanese people, they were black. Remember?
And just remember, all black people are in fact the descendants of aliens, because they're all
and therefore they should all be vegan.
Yeah. God, I've sat and watched a load of all the We Was Kang stuff, and it's just literally, it's like, are these people just fucking making shit up on the spot or what?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally, it's like, it's when you say watch it, it's like, good God. What people say about like blacks being ignorant and stuff like that, it's really not helping at all. When
I was a kid, my mama told me that's what the N-word meant.
Well, nigger.
Yes, she said nigger means ignorant. And I was like, oh.
No, it's a southern slang for Negro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
The actual word niggers etymology comes from it goes all the way back to Latin.
Negro.
No,
well,
Latin.
Yeah. There are a lot of
it
words
goes
that kind
back
of mean
to
that, but the American Southern version of it is slang for Negro.
Yeah, I mean it starts off with like in Latin, I think black. The word for black is I think it's negra.
In Spanish, it's negro.
Yeah, and then in you get like Spanish and stuff like that. You get like negro and negra, and then you get it moves over to America, and obviously then they added the extra G in there.
Do you ever think people who immigrate from African countries get pissed off when they come to America and find out everybody just gets to be African American?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. Like, you've got like fucking Ghazi Kodzo and stuff like all white people owe me fucking reparations and shit. And it's like, I bet you look into his fucking family history, and I bet not one of his fucking family ever had fucking chains on.
Well, even still, like, this is a discussion you don't want to get into if you're a black person who wants reparations, because you got to realize, for the most part, their ancestors were prisoners of war. They were the losers when tribes went to war. And they were sold because the people were like, well, we can eat them, enslave them, or sell them. Let's sell them. Like, I mean, their ancestors were losers. But it's a rude thing to say.
Yeah. Phil Daniel just asked me, what is a vernacular Arabic word for a black person? And as far as I know, it's kafir or kafir, which that's what South Africans call black people. Kafirs.
It's a Muslim. That term comes out of it's Arabic. I think I know it's something Muslims use for unclean. I think it's people who are unclean.
Yeah, it's.
Oh well, dead.
Look up. I want a link to that video right now.
But I know Gandhi was fond of that word.
Ow!
Yes, it was. Yeah. Gandhi hated black people. He quite literally saw them as cattle. He absolutely fucking hated them. And if anybody,
Well, no, hold on. If he saw them as cattle and cows are like God, then he saw them as like God.
no, he saw them basically. It's the words that he wrote. 'Cause he wrote a lot of stuff about them in the the Indian Hindi newspaper that he used to write for in South Africa, and he was literally saying like Negroes are like disgusting, lazy creatures and stuff like that.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, he was doing it in the context of not us. We're not them. They're terrible. We're people.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. He was elevating because there were quite a lot of sort of Indian people living there as well. Because obviously it's part of the British Empire, so it's like I say, you've got Indians and all sorts, Indians and blacks and stuff like that, all moving around through the empire.
Everybody that left worships was a terrible person. It's just a fact.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, I mean it's.
Ow, Molotov, man.
Yeah, I mean it's like fucking Gandhi, and Gandhi was a twat. I mean, some people what they call that people worship on the left. Like Gandhi was a twat. He was a proper twat. He was a racist, and he was a trouble cause. Nelson Mandela's a good one as well. Oh, Nelson Mandela, he's like, yeah, but there's a reason why they locked him up.
I actually don't know much about Mandela, so I mean,
He was
I know
a
the
witch.
Well,
basics.
what it was is during the '60s, he was a big. Obviously, it was like better rights for blacks and stuff like that, which is good.
But the problem is once you get those rights, you don't stop. And if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't it flipped over there now?
But Nelson Mandela was also a terrorist. He was a terrorist organizer.
Oh,
Yeah, and he ordered people killed. He like there was other criminal activities that went off as well that he was involved with, like robberies and stuff like that. And basically they got hold of him, and under the law at the time, they could have just hung him. He's literally all the things that they could have sentenced him to death by hanging. But they knew that if they did that, then they'd have a problem because all blacks would suddenly get outraged, and there's not enough British soldiers or whatever, not enough Empire soldiers in South Africa to deal with all the blacks getting a bit pissed off, sort of thing. So they locked him up, kept him in prison, and then obviously with the end of apartheid, they let him go, and he went on to be, president of South Africa for I don't know 2 or 3 terms. I'm like, yeah, all right, but to hold him up as this saintly figure, I'm sorry, no, he's not a saintly figure. It's like Che Guevara, he was a cunt as well. He was a fucking murderer and things like that. And Phil Daniel here and thing. Yeah, South Africa has a giant xenophobia problem. Black South Africans committing hate crimes and being racist against blacks from other countries. Yes, they do. And yeah, the blacks were behind a lot of murder of Boers and stuff like that, which is why you get things like the AWB in South Africa, which is it's basically an organisation of white African farmers. The entire name AWB, it's in Afrikaans, and it basically means like Afrikaners resistance movement or something like that. And they're classed as a white supremacist organisation because what they do is they try and stop black people from fucking killing white people, but they go about it in the wrong way, like fucking blow stuff up and murder people and things like that, which isn't good.
You know what makes me curious? What the world is like in the Echo universe where Mandela died several years ago.
Oh yeah, the Mandela universe, yeah.
Well, there's a theory that we're in that one now.
No, we're in the Alpha universe where he's still alive.
Oh, sorry.
The Echo universe.
Right, that's, yeah.
When you get people who do insist that he did die, and then you say, well, no, he didn't. He was released from prison in about 1990, and he went on to be president of South Africa for 2 terms, and they won't believe it. And then they come up with all sorts of shit like, oh, that was probably just like a lookalike or something. Oh, fuck off.
How do you explain the Berenstain Bears thing?
I have it. I know it's spelled Berenstain, but you pronounce it Berenstain. I
No,
fixed
it
for
is.
everybody.
It is
It's
spelled
Shut up.
Berenstain.
the Alpha universe and the Echo universe. The difference between the A and the E. It's actually
Or the
Berenstain. Not
Fine.
Steen.
It's spelled Berenstain, but it's pronounced Berenstein. Whatever. Hey,
Yeah.
baby.
By the way, the Echo universe is also the one where Bill Cosby didn't rape several women.
Of
What
course.
you mean, like?
It's just a happier place, really.
Yeah. I mean, there
How
was
do we get back?
what they call it. There was that other thing as well, where there was a website set up, and it was like an alternate reality website where Hillary Clinton won instead of Donald Trump, and it was just
Oh,
like,
that's a tough one because
yeah,
I think in the E universe they were both. I think in the Echo universe they were both hit by a freak like meteorite shower. It was just like a small meteor, and it just blew up the stage when their national debate happened. Neither of them won.
Oh, thank God. But then we got stuck with Nader. What's the universe?
No,
where we
no,
got
I think we got the libertarian guy. His name escapes me.
libertarian dude. Yeah, but the what they call them?
Gary Johnson?
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, the website where Hillary Clinton won. It's like, well, I would have thought that page would have only been open for a couple of weeks because obviously she'd have started a war with Russia and there'd have been a nuclear apocalypse. Because that's what she was
Okay.
fucking gunning for, and you can tell that a lot of other people were gunning for the same thing as well because of all the trouble that started, with the whole like, oh, Russian hackers, Russians are doing this, Russians are doing that, and now it's all kind of died down a bit because it's somebody was fucking what they call it, somebody was stirring that shit up to try and get everything moving along according to their plan. And unfortunately, it hasn't worked.
Hey,
Yeah.
I am in favor of a world where the Democrats won every election starting in the mid 1800s. I mean, sure, we'd still have slavery, but the Democrats would be in power, and that's what we want.
I hear there's a show about that.
Oh yeah,
To HBO.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Hey, wasn't there a show on Amazon about like if the Nazis had
Yeah,
taken
it's
over
called
the
Man
world?
on the High Tower. Well, apparently the HBO one isn't about the South winning the Civil War. It's just about them successfully seceding, and so there is a Confederate States.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they
will be
didn't actually
right back.
conquer the North.
I need to switch my laundry over.
Again?
I have to
Yeah.
switch my laundry over.
Man, she's taking masturbation breaks a lot.
I do. It's terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
It's just
there
what
was
you do
one-
to me, nobody. What do you want
Listen,
from me?
just get a web-enabled vibrator and text us all the code.
Right? Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea at all. I'll
Thank
be
you.
right back.
Oh, God, there was a video.
Sounds
on-
like a great idea.
There was a video
Right.
on YouTube. Yeah, and there was like this last scene. I think it's the way it was a cam girl.
Who leaves freaking hang gliders just laying around? Oh God, I
people
blew
in-
it up.
That's one of the things.
Why does Dr. E have a hang glider? He's old. What's he gonna
Yeah,
use it
okay.
for?
No idea.
Doesn't
But
need
there was
it.
a video. There was a video on eFoot with somebody who was doing that. She was a cam girl, and she basically had one of those, vibrators that was connected to the internet. And she put up, if you donated so many tokens, you could, like depending on how many tokens you donated, you could choose the length and intensity, and then it just shows you us like sat, what they call it, just sat eating a dinner with a mam and stuff like that. And people's like banging shitloads of tokens into this fucking vibrator. And
God.
obviously a mam doesn't know she's doing cam girling, and like she's sat there eating dinner with her mam, and like all of a sudden she'll like be like eating a chips or whatever, and then she'll just suddenly go like, oh, and the mam's like, are you all right? Are you all right? She's like, oh, sorry, yeah, it's just I don't feel too good today. And then she'll like go to eat more, and then somebody else will bang 200 in, so like, oh, who's looking out this year? And then she's like, please stop it, and
I
Yeah, don't
should
give
know
people that
that.
much control.
yeah,
Hey,
it's like,
I got a philosophical question for you. I was thinking,
What?
if people cease to die from old age, like you could still die from getting shot and stuff, but if people cease to age and die that way, would procreation become a privilege instead of a right?
Like in the movie In Time. where everyone's
Um,
25 forever.
Well, yeah, but they have that mechanism of time. I'm just saying, if outside of freak accidents, people just didn't die.
Yeah, you mean like in what was it, Torchwood Miracle Day, where
Yeah.
people just die.
Like that but not quite so sudden. Like this was built up to medical science, and then we just got to that point. Would procreation cease to be a right?
Yeah, I think at that point, it's procreation would become obviously procreation would have to be very strictly managed. For example, like we've got 7 billion people on the planet at the minute, and it's starting to get to the point where we're struggling. So for 7 billion people to suddenly become immortal or effectively immortal, procreation would have to cease until the amount of people went down, because obviously people living forever, barring accidents, is not a really good idea. But then again, when people don't die, they start to get a bit pissed off with each other. So there'll probably be some sort of big fucking war just to.
I have a story about an immortal king who took over the world.
Oh, was he called Jesus by any chance?
No, his name was called Tesoro. I made it up.
Oh, right. Okay.
Me and Buttercup have a story about twins murdering each other.
Oh, that's going to be a good one. That needs to be written.
Yeah.
We were digging around on Poisoning the Wells Discord server the other night, chatting about what the hell started that. Oh yeah, the Muppets. That's what started that.
Of course, it always.
Of course, it's the Muppets.
Of course.
So we were specifically we were talking about Nicktoons we loved as kids, and I brought up the Muppet Baby, and she wasn't the world's biggest fan, and I was when I was a kid. And she thought it was dumb that they had to take one character and turn it into both a male and female, specifically Scooter. The adult Muppet Scooter now has a twin sister. And the question was, well, what happened between then and the adult that they're gone? And we just because we don't know what they are, so we decided that their species is born in twins, and when they hit puberty, specifically their 13th birthday, they battle to the death.
Yes.
The winner eats the loser.
Oh God, makes sense to me.
And that turned into this whole epic universe where everyone is born as a twin, and then when they hit puberty, they and their twin go into like an arena, some innocuous thing like the 13th arena or something, which you would have no idea what it means until you hit that age, and then they battle to the death, and then you're left with everyone eats the loser.
Oh God.
And you're left with the knowledge that everyone that surrounds you has committed at least one murder.
Oh God. That kind of reminds me of a Disney TV movie. Don't remember what it was called, but it was about these two orphans that find out that they were twins.
I was just about to bring that up. It's Escape to Witch Mountain.
No.
It's not? Because
no.
that's what Escape to Witch Mountain is. I was about to say it's Escape to Witch Mountain. Yeah. Well, no, the original Escape to Witch Mountain was in the 90s. Actually, the 80s. They had two in the 80s, one in the 90s, and then one in the 2000s.
And there was a horse named Thunderbolt, and there was a mailman who was actually a twin with this homeless guy that kept stalking these kids because he knows all about them being aliens, and then a purple light comes and takes all the twins back.
Yeah, that's Escape to Witch Mountain.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I was about to say, this is basically our idea is Escape to Witch Mountain crossed with Battle Royale.
Well, now I want to watch Escape to Witch Mountain.
Oh, the return, the one with The Rock wasn't great. I mean, the Rock parts were great because that guy's awesome. But the early ones were kind of creepy.
It was weird.
I mean, not in like a bad way. They were just like,
dude,
they were creepy in the way you can't make kids movies anymore.
There's a chick on YouTube called Harley Quinn's Happy Hours. Happy Hours. She looks just like me. No joke.
I
tried to find that last time you said that, and I couldn't find it.
Really? I'm subscribed to her. I can't open my YouTube app or everything will fail because my phone's on the charger.
Holy crap!
What?
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 Sorry, Sorry, the video that I put it up 18 minutes ago and it has 40 views already.
Well, I'd have 41 if you send me.
Yeah, but does it have any good comments?
Let's see. I don't have too many comments right now, I don't think.
We're probably all busy working.
Let's see.
Well, I died.
Right.
I fell.
Says, I have a boner now,
He's
thanks. Almost my proudest fap. And then William, who says, I would much rather see your pretty face and hear what you have to say.
Yeah, that's just the kind of fucking white knight and shit.
William's a cool dude.
What he's saying is, I'd like to see more, but...
Oh, and then Red just commented and said, you make delicious sandwiches.
Well,
I have comments about video games. That's pretty much it. That's all I do.
That's what I say. You could make a lovely.
I feel like somebody's just playing that on repeat. Like, just. I feel like a couple people are just playing it on repeat at this point.
Well, only for like a minute or so, then they're done.
Right. Well, it's only 13 seconds long, so you know.
Well, I'm at the Medusa mission. I did not want to do this.
Can't see it anywhere. Let's have a look at the video list. Let's say you aren't obese. Stop it. Someone care. Oh, have you privated it?
What?
Well, I'm looking on your channel now, and the last video that's on there is "You Aren't Obese, Stop It," posted 4 days ago.
That's not true, or it shouldn't be true.
Well, that's all I've got on my list when I go onto your video.
The fuck? I don't know who this Harlequin's Happy Hour is, but she puts a lot of boob in her thumbnails.
Oh yeah, she's into SM&M. Something.
Yeah. I didn't have any trouble finding it. I don't know what Buttercup's problem is.
I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't looking hard enough.
Yeah, she looks like me, but like maybe 15 pounds lighter.
When you search for it in the YouTube, filter by channel.
Ugh.
Otherwise, you get a bunch of stuff with people I'm fairly sure aren't 18 yet. If I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's.
Ever since Philip DeFranco freaked out his office staff with the girl that they how old is she? They kept guessing like 18, 21, 24, 14.
Oh God.
Oh God, what?
Did you find her?
No, just 14.
Oh yeah. That was kind of the reaction some people had. I feel like I should be in jail just for looking, and it wasn't a dirty picture of her. It was just a picture of her like face and shoulders. But just the idea that they couldn't tell bothered them a lot.
I can imagine. But then I present that same issue to a lot of people.
Really?
People can't tell. Nobody knows how old I am.
I would
my
guess 18 at
pictures.
least.
People always guess that I'm
Over
16.
75.
Well, you
What?
sound 16.
I do.
Part of my job is to card people, so I got pretty good.
Even Harlequin sounds kind of like me. It's kind of creepy.
Well, God,
You should
nobody.
murder
How
her
old
and
did you
take her
think
place.
I was? Like when you first heard me?
56.
Not
Nah.
a child. You know who sounds like they're way too young to talk to is Opal.
Opal?
Opal.
Oh God, she's
Hey,
ridiculous.
How many people do you think?
Oh my God! Penis!
I talk like a small anime girl from the anime.
So how many people do you think subbed to her channel, realized she wasn't 12, and immediately unsubbed?
At
Oh,
least
God.
13.
Yeah.
One for every year they thought she was.
Right. But she's actually I know she's shown her face on the cunt stream, so
I didn't see it.
I think
keep
I have
hearing about
seen
this cunt stream,
She
but I've never
sounds.
actually seen
have
it.
you never watched any of the cunt stream?
No, because
Never
I've
watched
watched
a cunt
there it is. I've never seen any, and I don't know who does
I
it.
don't watch
Yeah,
it.
there's
I only go on it when there's room. I don't
There's
watch
never
it on
any actual
streams.
cunts.
You go on it, but you don't watch it.
No, like well, it's 3 hours long. I'm not gonna watch every con stream. Keepers. All we do is talk about nothing. At least when I'm on there.
Well, usually that's the case when it's the country.
Yeah. So I'm like, I have so many hours in the day. I'm gonna watch Jacksepticeye.
I don't know what link you're talking about, Pikachu, but there's the one to Harley Quinn Happy Hour.
He was talking about mine.
Yeah, because it's not showing up on your channel. Oh, for me anyway.
Well, I helped the best way I could.
Yeah, well, I'll sub to
With
Harley
food.
You
Quinn
did nothing.
and watch later.
I think this is it.
He posted boobs. Harley has great boobs.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet. Let's have a look. Right, let me see why it won't show up on your thing. Because somebody said me earlier when I clicked on it, it was just like,
I don't think
you
I'm
know,
subscribed.
this video does not exist.
Oh my god, I'm at the Medusa and I can't find my third guy. It's bugging the
Let's
piss.
have a look. It's like loading the video, but for some reason it's just.
What are you
oh, there we go.
I'm playing Far Cry
Okay.
3.
What?
I mean, I think I also tweeted it out. I tweeted out the video link, I'm pretty sure.
No, I haven't seen it. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
It's not-
Or no, I didn't. I did not. I did not tweet it out. How did 40-something people... Or
I have no idea. It's like
Stalkers.
I say, it's
I
not
think
showing-
they are stalkers. Jesus Christ.
Stalker.
Constantly an army of people with a mouse in one hand and a penis in the other, just waiting.
I believe it. I
Let's-
entirely believe it.
Fresh.
Yeah, and then we'll go to great lengths to see, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking
Yeah,
hell, there's the entire genre of peeping built around it.
Maybe I'll turn my camera on and you can compare faces on the other topic.
Are you Buttercup W? You are.
Yes.
Yeah.
You popped up, yay. I guess I should probably sub to you, so I don't have to search for
You
you.
probably should. I did just...
Day one jiggly boobs.
I did just post the link.
It's on there.
I'm saying I did just post the link in the original tweet that I posted saying the video was up. So
Hey, you should lay on your side and stick googly eyes on your upper boob, and then bounce.
that's day 3.
Now remember, what you do is get a pipe or a cigarette and put it in between your boobs, so that looks like an old guy talking.
Right.
That's actually
I had that idea. I was going to get some of those little googly eyes and then stick them on the end of my dick.
Yeah, I was gonna say I actually stole that from a Howie Mandel bit years ago. He said what you do is you strip naked, and you put a pair of glasses over your on top of your dick, and then you put a cigarette between your dick and balls, and you bounce up and down. It looks like an old Jewish guy talking. Said he was up to a pack a day at one point.
So I'm using my phone to look at my face.
I cannot get this video to play, probably because I'm like streaming it. Oh Christ, I double tapped it, so it's from the text to full screen. Mind you, that's not exactly a bad thing. Oh yeah. Well, I shall have to watch that one later. In the bathroom where the light's better and I've got better access to hand lotion and.
Yeah, of course. Shit.
But no, they're nothing to be ashamed of. They're all right though.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I can do the lacy green.
The lace
That's
green.
when I hold my phone way up here.
You do have some problem glasses.
Yeah. Well, she has problem glasses, yeah, and then she does, yeah, the lacy green, yeah. What is that?
You're on the internet, honey. Everyone's sorry.
You're on side, get in your face.
That's
Kissy
adorable.
face.
Oh, look at that.
My husband-
I always
Oh,
secretly
I'm so
hope every
happy.
girl's a lesbian.
Oh, did he manage to get over the wall without being shot?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say...
He asked if you were able to get over the wall without being shot.
approved money to begin construction of that, so,
Sure.
you know.
He had to contemplate it months and he gave up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. They had to. What they call, they've approved money to begin construction of the wall. So before long, it's going to be going up.
I think we should just build instead of a
Yeah.
wall, one giant military base, put a recruiting station on the Mexico side of the wall.
No,
Yeah.
how about a giant statue of the Virgen de Guadalupe? No Mexican's gonna go past that. At least not the
Big
Catholic
statue of
ones.
Buddy Christ.
Buddy Christ. That'll stop the Christian ones. All three of them.
Yeah,
I heard that from a
Ooh.
Carlos
Ooh.
Mencia night many years
Let's
ago. He was talking
let's
about
convince
everything
the-
that everyone is talking about now, and this was like 10 years ago.
You probably
Jeepers.
stole it from somebody smarter.
It was his no strings attached special or something. I don't know. And he was talking about it. But instead of a wall, we just build a giant statue of the Virgen de Guadalupe, and everyone will just stop. I don't know. It makes sense because my husband told me the story about how him and his family had to walk 10 days to go to a shrine to cry. And I was like, why did you go all that way to cry? Probably because
Yeah.
our feet hurt by the time we got there.
Oh my Lanta.
I like the adverts that we get on telly here where they're like begging for money, and it's like, this is Umbopo, and Umbopo or whatever has to walk 6 hours every day just to get water for family. It's like, why
Oh,
don't
he
you
used to have to
move-
walk 20 minutes.
Yeah, why don't you just have to why don't you just move next to a fucking supermarket like the rest of us have to?
Can't we just convince the SJWs that Mexico is full of patriarchal white supremacists and they'll build the wall?
There you go. There are a lot of white people living in San Miguel.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Like, not just as all they do is speak English there.
Look, the SJWs are stupid, but even they know that most of the people that live in Mexico are brown, and so they
Yes.
can't build the wall.
Oh, they're so
You're right.
stupid.
They are. They
think
aren't that stupid.
They're so stupid. They think Mexicans can pronounce Latinx.
Yeah.
And Steve Shives loves him some
And also, one of
dicks.
the, and also
I
one
show.
of the things to forget is that Mexico didn't abandon slavery until well after the fucking US did.
Yeah, but most of them are brown, so it's okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it's only bad when you're white.
If it's brown on brown crime, it's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
My
Like-
husband is like 10% white from his Spaniard heritage, so I'm like, you got like 10% white privilege. You need to sit the fuck down. All right, I am
Only
a woman.
90% of you is allowed to have an opinion on this.
Yes, but I am a woman, so I trump all of it.
Yeah.
How?
Also, did you
Fine.
see the thing the other day with was it Ben Shapiro giving
Yeah.
evidence of something, and he says that he says basically people's opinion or input on matters is decided at these universities and stuff by what color the skin is, which is basically segregation.
Oh, did you guys watch his testimony before Congress?
Yeah. I watched the what call it earlier where he basically ripped fucking Cenk a new arsehole.
I haven't watched the Politicon debates yet.
Yeah, the one between him and Cenk, because it's like text is there, and he's like literally, it's instead of explaining his position, he just tells people to go and Google it, like that, and then he's like,
Yeah.
and then he's like to audience, he said something that was really fucking retarded. I can't remember exactly what it was, and the audience started booing. He's like, "Oh, shut up, just because you're not educated," and it's like,
Adam-
"Boo." And then fucking Ben, he was like, he said, "This is quite possibly the most interesting debate I've ever had here." Yeah, but fucking Cenk got his arsehole destroyed by a Jew, which will probably
Yeah.
have been as that he's Turkish, and we all know what Turks think about Jews.
They don't.
I think one of my favorite things was when Adam Carolla completely destroyed the idea of white privilege.
Yeah.
I think I watched that one. Maybe, I don't know.
I
don't
watched 2
usually
hours
watch-
and 50 minutes. I watched the whole thing.
I don't usually watch political debates because it's very boring.
Well, it wasn't a debate; it was testimony, and I watched because not only Ben Shapiro is actually fun to listen to, I think, but
Whatever.
Adam Carolla was on there, and I knew there was going to be some funny jokes.
Ooh.
and I like a good joke. And he utterly destroyed the idea of white privilege. He said when I was 19, I didn't have a job. I needed something to do, so I walked to a firehouse and said, "Hey, you guys need a firefighter?" And they were like, "Well, you're not black, Hispanic, or a woman, so see you in 7 years." And then he got his letter eventually, and he goes, and he's there, and there's a woman of color behind him. This is his words. And he turned back, and he was just asking. He's like, "Hey, man, I've been waiting for this call for 7 years. When did you apply?" And she goes, "Wednesday."
Yeah.
So my white privilege didn't really help me there.
I will say, the whole concept of that, like white privilege, it's like, well, when you live in a country where the vast majority of people there are white, then yeah, you do have white privilege because you live in a white country.
I wonder if the Japanese people
Anybody-
overpower the white Japs.
JWs and shit like that. Go and live in South Africa for 6 months and see how much fucking white privilege is worth there. It's fucking worth nothing himself, because more than likely the way South Africa's going at the minute, you'll get fucking killed just by walking down the fucking street with a white face. Because they're having real fucking problems with black supremacists there.
Dude, I watched some weird Asian movie. I don't know what type of Asian, but it was about all these schoolgirls. It must be Japanese. And they found this tall white man who was lost. And I think it was a comedy. They had to subtitle him. It was very funny. I don't remember it.
This is the quote. As much as other
Can't say I've seen
What?
that.
And lately, because we don't have...
doing more nudie videos.
Lately, my mom's been watching foreign Korean films for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, she just keeps clicking on all the Netflix movies. So she ends up with all these Korean movies, and she keeps telling me to watch them. And I'm like, no.
I'm gonna say we used to have there was a channel here that used to be on Freesat back when they used to have that, and they used to have like a lot of Korean stuff on there, and some of them were quite good. Some of them you could just tell that they were just basically like they were wanting to sort of copy Japanese films kind of thing, and to some extent Chinese stuff as well. Like kung fu films and stuff like that. But there were some of them, yeah. What in the
Go
book?
into a dream. It was weird. In a book?
Yeah, I don't know. Really. So, what we got then? I'm just having a look at what's going on in the world of Twitter at the minute.
Oh, right there's a web there.
What in the book? I said what? What the hell is going on in the book?
Oh man, we wanted to hear that conversation.
Yeah, I'm just looking around, see if there's anything going up in the world of Twitter. There's nothing going on. I've noticed this past week or so, there seems to be a lot of people talking about Camp Dankula. I wonder if his trial's coming up, because I know that they've put his trial on hold God knows how many times so far, to the point which it really is taking the piss. And I'm just wondering what they're going to try and game with, because it's like I say, it's taken them that fucking long to get anywhere close to fucking having a case. And they've really realistically got no fucking case to to fucking get him with. So why they string it out so long is fucking beyond me.
Okay.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the mute didn't work.
that didn't work.
His mute. Okay.
Everyone.
Sorry, it's hard to aim the mouse when you're fighting a sneeze.
I'm sitting
So
on
what?
the porch.
I'm still not seeing Buttercup's video on her channel. I'm only getting it by following that link, and even then it won't play because I'm streaming.
I mean, it's definitely on there. So
It might just be my. I don't know. It might just be my settings or something. It ain't come up as like age restricted or not, has it? I don't know.
by the way, so
Age restricted.
it's been 39 minutes and it's currently up to 77 views.
I viewed it. You're welcome.
And how many gallons of spunk do you think you're responsible for?
At least 5.
Yeah.
I'll do a cleavage video someday where I just ramble on with the camera on my chest. Why not?
Yeah. So just give me 5 minutes.
I will get clicks.
Yeah, just give me 5 minutes and there'll be 6 gallons of spunk.
So just out of curiosity, is it still YouTube friendly if you use booby tassels?
I think so, yeah.
Well, this is the strange thing. There's not supposed to be like any nudity or anything like that on YouTube. Yet I bet you in the space of about 5 minutes I could find, both film documentaries and based softcore porn.
Just
Me
type in
and
micro
Hack found
bikinis.
me and Hack found hentai.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hentai don't count.
That's fine, Mama.
Yeah.
Sexual
but,
That's
It was
artistic.
deleted the next day, but it was
Yeah.
hentai porn. A
yeah.
video of a guy raping his sister or something. It was weird.
Yeah.
Well, if it was
Oh,
consensual, then it wasn't rape.
Those Japanese, they don't believe in such
Well,
things.
they don't give a fuck.
They don't believe in consent.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
say I
up
found also. I mean, the other day I was trying to find the bit from the Keith Lemon film where it says, "Where is it? I've got a cock as thick as a coke can." So I wanted it for a sound clip, and I typed in "cock as thick as a coke can," and there's like loads of fucking shit coming, like penis enlargers and stuff like that, and blokes with actual, full-on erections using penis enlargers and fucking fleshlights and stuff like that. It's like, well, that's what they call it. They can't argue that that's fucking artistic because it's not. It's basically blood wanking themselves off, And it's been as though it's illegal in Britain anyway. It's illegal to outside of porn films for you to display an erect penis. So
What about
Oh,
an
that-
unerect penis?
All that reminds me of is the Floppy Wieners song from South Park.
According to broadcasting rules, on normal television and in normal films, you're allowed to see a floppy one. You're
Yeah.
not allowed to see an erect one.
There's not
You're
enough.
Male sexuality is shameful, don't you know?
There's not enough penises on Game of Thrones to compensate for all of the tits in every episode.
That's because male sexuality is shameful. I just told you.
Fuck that. I saw 2 penis shots in the whole series, and one was just a guy holding his junk, being all like, "I got 2 warts on it," and I'm like, "This sucks." I need 1
warty
penis
dick.
shot per 2 sets of tits.
But tits are better.
Why can't I have both?
I'm just saying. Haven't you been told if you get licked by a lesbian, you become one?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
If you need to look at penis that bad, open your DMs on Twitter. Like,
My DMs are open. What are you talking about?
I'll send you.
You want me to send you a penis?
I'm gonna say
yes,
This is all I'm
send her
hearing.
so many penises.
All I'm
send me-
hearing is penis spam requests.
Yes, just spam my Twitter DM with pictures of
Spam
random
her
penises.
DM with penises.
I'm gonna see if I can find some googly eyes now, and I'll send you.
I'll send her some STD shots till she's.
Oh,
Like,
horrible.
Till
how
till
about
she's good.
How about penises that are arted up to look like something else? That are like
Like Darth
painted
Vader?
to- yeah, that are like painted to look like something else. I saw a vag shot once where they painted Homer's face on her vag.
Yes,
It was
that's it, though.
hilarious.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite good. That because the lips were like his lips, weren't they?
It was weird.
That was another interesting video I said earlier on. Was it Blair White saying that she's going for an operation, but it's nothing serious, and there's not. She's not going to be doing any videos. But she's got some pre-recorded stuff that's like going to be put out. And it's like I'm thinking there, what is it saying? She's not having anything removed. Because I'm not having anything removed. It's not serious. So I'm thinking too.
But she already has tits. Very nice
Yeah.
tits.
Yeah, but bigger ones.
More
She doesn't need.
tits.
She doesn't need bigger. They're nice.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, well, what else? What else could possibly be going on? It's obviously some sort of cosmetic alteration.
Well, she said she wasn't going to get rid of her bottom bits because she said she doesn't want an open wound or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't
You know, when you Google Darth Vader penis, you don't get what you think you would. Or you get exactly what you think you would.
Turn safe search off.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Turn safe search off.
I don't even know how to do that. Settings, I guess.
When you go to Google, or on mine anyway, and Google, is it google.co.uk, in the top right.
Oh, I see it. Safe search. I've never noticed that before.
Turn safe search off. Was it Darth Vader penis?
I'm gonna
okay.
Google Darth
It's
Vader.
automatically off for me. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never had it on.
I've always got my. I always have to have safe search turned off on mine because sometimes, even when you're looking for something innocent, safe search thing blocks it out for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm just looking at Darth Vader penis, and there's no penises there. There's plenty of like big black dildos. And...
Guys, I got a wiki article on Darth Vader's penis.
Oh, that's good. Wasn't it burned off?
He soon lost his penis, though, in his fight with his old mentor on Mustafar. When the Jedi Master defeated Lord Vader, he proclaimed his love for him after this Obi-Wan collected Vader's lightsaber, his rectum, and his penis.
Oh my.
I can't believe this. I looked through that, and I can't believe that nobody has had Darth Vader tattooed on the John Thomas.
Dude, I see Darth Vader penis tattooed. Oh god, I'm saving that.
I look for this stuff like pictures of giant black dildos and,
Oh, yeah.
drawn phalluses. But the one is carved a banana to look like Darth Vader's head, which is pretty cool.
I like the one where he's a mostly naked man.
Yeah, or there's one where it's got like the Star Wars Rogue One, and it's got like, for some reason, it replaced his trousers with a big leather black jock strap.
I always like Lord Darkhelmet from Spaceballs had like a cock and balls on his image on his chest.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, Rick Moranis don't do it anymore, does he?
Search your penis, you know it to be true.
What the fuck is this?
Penis head, aka Dickhead, aka Darth Vader, aka Dick Cheney. Someone photoshopped a mushroom head on Dick Cheney's head. Look at Dick Cheney, honey.
Check out my new video, The Booty Hunter.
A Darth Vader butt plug. Luke, I am a sex offender.
I was really confused by this picture that I found.
Let me tell you, overcompensation for penis size. Oh, there's this really solemn looking picture of him.
Anybody looking at my screen?
No, hold on. Let me get back to
What?
that.
No.
Oh, look, where are we? Hang on, I'll present you.
Sexuality. I can't read the bottom part.
Sometimes people just don't want to see what's in front of them.
Yeah.
All the pastels.
I'm trying to present it, but it's being a pain in the bumhole.
I'm really confused by that whole picture.
Oh yeah, the white and pink.
It's Easter.
It's pretty, you guys.
It looks even more gayer than Skeletor.
Skeletor is so gay.
Oh,
I'll
last
bone you, He-Man.
I was looking at mushrooms that look like penises. I don't know why.
No, don't look at mushrooms that like things. Totally gay.
Speaking of skeletons, you will not believe the post on Tumblr I saw a few months ago that went on and on and on and on about pregnant skeletons.
What?
Oh, Mark, your Jiggler Boots video has just turned up on my YouTube feed.
Just
88 views.
kept going.
Yeah,
Yes.
88.
Yeah. Do you know what 88 is? Yeah. What do you say, Kelly? Sorry, I've put in.
Kelly, are you having a stroke over there?
Do I what?
You just like faded out.
Yeah, you microphone just kept thinking. It sounded like you were having a stroke. 'Cause it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go inside, honey. I have to go inside.
Oh
My
yeah.
Wi-Fi is crap. Ugh.
Hey, Buttercup,
My
What?
pardon.
I found something
Okay.
for you to buy your husband.
But
What?
also,
Look at my picture on my screen.
What?
If you click on it, it'll pop up.
What'd you say? You did
Oh
what now?
God.
I found something for you to buy your husband.
Okay.
My face.
what?
I don't see anything.
I'll be back.
Trouser snake.
My
There's an
internet
elephant
is
one,
being
too.
slow. I don't see anything.
Oh, that yeah. Turn your manhood into a stuffed animal. Well,
The
that's-
fuck?
No, I like the guy in the banana suit.
That seems creepy. Yeah, the guy that
yeah,
does.
that's
It's weird.
yeah, that's for like luring kids in and shit.
you want to play with my? You want to play with my koala bear?
Hmm.
I actually don't know what. I think it's a tiger. Is that a tiger? A weird tiger.
I
It
think
looks
it's
like a shock monkey.
Eddie of some description. I don't know. But,
Look, it comes with a dice bag for your dice.
Oh, that's something I found out today. Does everybody remember what they call it, Eva Lion or Evalion or whatever she was called? No, the
Oh yeah,
What's it? Yeah,
No.
she's back on YouTube.
the person that proved people will believe anything if a hot girl says it.
Yeah, I found out. Yeah, Eva Lion. She's back on YouTube. She's got a new. Well, it's not her channel. She basically, I don't know. She said like my husband or whatever. So I don't think she's married. But I found her through, Leafy. I found her through Leafy's channel because she, like they're having that back and forth again that they used to have.
Alright.
It's like,
Speaking-
God damn, she's been and got a boob job and damn, and some nice titties.
Okay,
Speaking
Pikachu,
of
I'm
white
gonna let you.
supremacists,
Nobody, I'm gonna let you finish. I'll let you finish, but I gotta go because my husband wants my attention, and we gotta play sorry with our child.
oh, that
So-
kind of attention.
When it wants your
Yes.
attention, does that mean what I think it does?
No, that kind of attention comes later.
Alright. Okay.
Videotape
just-
it and put it up on YouTube.
There might be a video of us when we were 16 on the internet somewhere. I'm not gonna confirm or deny anything. Pikachu, thanks for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah.
And, all right, I'll see you guys later.
Like,
Bye.
Bye.
I'm sad she had to leave because I was about to say, speaking of white supremacists, she looks a little bit like Rage After Storm.
No, she doesn't.
I said a little bit. I didn't say exactly.
I missed that because it's like I say, I don't tend not so much to like white supremacists and things like that.
It's she's not. I mean, not technically a white supremacist. She's a race realist, but it's like a real minor difference.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but it's like I said, the only sort of like white supremacy thing. I mean, I've sub to Eva Lion's channel because some of the stuff she comes out with makes me piss myself laughing. But because I'm not into all that Daily Stormer shit, despite what people say about me.
The problem with something like race realism is they take, in most cases, legitimate stats and come to just the way wrong conclusions.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like SJW?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, they're basically right wing SJWs. I've heard people say that, and I can agree with them. Yeah.
Speaking of,
What actually happened with that then? Because I heard people saying about like Rage After Storm's been.
well, she put out a video on race realism, which I haven't really gotten around to watching yet, but
Yeah.
I know the premise of race realism. Well, some of the folks, Jeff Holiday and Crown T and all, they got together on a stream and just basically just tore a giant hole in her sources.
Yeah.
Now, from what I understand, the only one who really made a good, solid unassailable argument against her was Crowd & T, who specifically went after the David Stormer article.
Yeah.
But everybody else kind of, it's an issue I have with Jeff. As much as I like Jeff Holiday, when he does those streams, he ceases to be like he might be on the right side, but he doesn't argue it the best, and you just leave holes for people to go, "Hi, you're wrong. Race realism's true."
Yeah, he doesn't cover all his bases. Yeah. I'm going to say there's been a lot of shit talked about Crowd & T this past couple of weeks.
Well, because he went after Rage After Storm's employment. She was with the UKIP party, but she wasn't.
No, she wasn't. I've seen that. She was a member of one of their like blog things, and she used to contribute to it. But
yeah, she was an unpaid volunteer, basically, so she wasn't really employed.
She wasn't actually employed by UKIP.
Yeah.
And from what I gather, he sort of tweeted at UKIP and said, this is a person that you're publishing stuff. Do you understand what? Because it's like I say, UKIP. I mean, UKIP's one of those it gained quite a lot of popularity over the past couple of years, but they've basically returned to being like a bit of a fringe political party or something now.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of UKIP was to force a vote to, for whether we should leave the EU or not. We've had that now, and we are going to leave. So basically, it's rendered UKIP's entire political manifesto.
I'm torn on that whole thing, and the reason I'm torn is because he didn't go searching for where she worked. It was directly on her Twitter account that she used to tweet that shit, and all she did was say, "Is this is what she tweeted? Do you support? Hey, I want you to know this is." Now he didn't go around calling her a Nazi. He didn't go and saying she's riling up skinheads. Like that's the thing that's what the SJW side has done. That's why people get so pissed at them. Is it's not because they just flat out tell the truth. They exaggerate and they lie to get you fired.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. When he's done that, because I've seen where he'd explain what he'd done, and it's just like, well, he's not actually done anything wrong, really. He's just asked UKIP if they understood that somebody that writes for one of their blogs is, for want of a better term, a white supremacist, and UKIP are very keen on not, they're very keen on not presenting themselves to be racists.
Yeah.
Like, so much so that they've actually banned people that used to be MPs from joining the party. So for people to say that, that he's gone after her employment, he's done nothing of the sort. He's just thinking there, and obviously UKIP aren't right happy that they've basically got somebody who is, for want of a better term, a white supremacist. Then apparently she's spat a dummy out, hasn't she, and deleted a channel or something.
Yeah, well, first she tried to say she was joking.
Right.
And that didn't work. And then so she fucked off of YouTube. But I have a similar issue to who was pointing it out? Sargon. Who was it? Somebody was pointing Sargon's thing that he had recently where people were calling him a hypocrite. Oh, because he flagged Christianity.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say I explained my view on that in a stream I was doing with Kay the other night. It's basically my point is it's what Sargon's done is he's followed the rules. It's basically he's followed the rules of the site. It was that guy that he was going on about had been banned off Twitter.
Yeah.
Specifically because he had been, spreading hatred and stuff like that, fucking mouthing off at people and everything, name calling and whatnot. And so it basically what it is, they've been going on, that particular gang has been going on for months and months and months how, you should be able to flag people when they start, name calling and shit slinging. And, they've finally got a system put into place for that, because of pressure. And then they start doing that themselves, in shit slinging, but don't like it when they have to face the consequence for it. And that's all Sargon's done. He's just demonstrated that, this is what you asked for and this is what happens when you shit sling, But it's like I said, the guy that got banned off Twitter for whatever period of time, made a new account straight away, and specifically for the purpose of going round and swearing at people, and having a go at them and stuff. So it's like, well, you know, either you want these systems put in place or these procedures put in place to stop people from, committing what you call harassment and stuff like that, or you don't. Because it's not a case of, well, they're allowed to harass you, but you're not allowed to do it back. And they don't like it. It's like they said, they're quite good at giving it out, but they're not very good at taking it.
I mean, I think it was probably not a good idea that for Sargon that he was the one that flagged her, but I think she absolutely should have been flagged for the
Well,
for the threat of harassment.
Everybody should have flagged it, because that's the whole point. I can't remember who it was the other day. I flagged them because the made a new account just to harass people with, which is a term of service violation. If I got banned off Twitter or if whatever, or if I got account suspended for X amount of time, that's basically Twitter saying, you're going in the sin bin for X amount of time, which will give you a chance to think about what you've done and then come back and hopefully we won't have this trouble again. But then to do that and then make another account specifically so you can mouth off at people, well, it's terms of service violation. So you should be reported, and your suspension should be extended or converted into a complete total ban, like what they did with fucking Milo for no reason.
Yeah, it's they. I mean, just like VidCon and just like YouTube, they kind of pick and choose.
Yeah.
When they're going to follow the rules.
It's classic bullying behaviour. That's all it boils down to. Classic bullying, because bullies quite like to give it out, but they don't like it when somebody fucking stands up to them or somebody has a go back. Like they said, the most effective way of dealing with a bully is, somebody comes up and fucking mouths off at you or starts hitting you. The most effective way to deal with them is to fucking punch them in the face until it's blood out of the nose. Once you've done that, they don't come back again. So, it's like I say, when you stand up to them, then they start claiming harassment because you're standing up to them. It's like, well, what I mean? It's like Anita Sarkeesian. There was that video the other day where it said, was it Cat Black completely disproves Anita Sarkeesian's fucking narrative. That was spot on, that. Literally fucking spot on. And, it's like, oh, I was there and they were doing this, that, whatever, what I knew what they were doing. It's like, talk about, no fucking honour among thieves. But, so Buttercup, how many lucky DMs have you been sent so far then?
Huh?
Hasn't anybody sent you any pictures of them watching your video?
No, thank God.
Yeah, well, what was it? Duncan said the other day, apparently he tweeted out the other day somebody had Snapchatted him a video of them knocking one out to one of his live streams. And it's just like, what the fuck? Yeah. See, this is one of the other things there. It's like that, when people put, like nudes of themselves on and stuff like that, and then they don't like it when people say, oh, fucking hell, I'd shag her and stuff like that. And it's like, well, what did you expect was going to happen? People,
right?
Men do like naked women and stuff, and But the thing is, it does get a little bit creepy when you start getting like people sending videos of them wanking off and stuff.
That's a line. I mean, if you were gonna tell me you did, well, that's one thing. Like I expect that. But I don't need the video proof.
Yeah.
I don't need that evidence. That is a case of I don't need pics or it didn't happen. Like this is not for science, you guys. It's fine. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, I got this lass I used to know used to post fucking nude of herself all the time, and she'd even send me, like pictures of, like stuff that she didn't put up on for people to look at, and some of them were, like a bit better than some of the pictures that she put online, and like she'd then say, she'd say like, because I'd say like, oh fucking hell, and this is the weird thing as well. I wasn't looking at the pictures for sexual gratification. It's like, I don't know whether it's like I'm old fashioned or whatever, but it's like I like looking at like naked women because I like looking at them, not knocking one out over it. It's just some sort of like fucking appreciation of the form or the things, or I don't know. But they're just like oh well, these pictures that I put online and stuff like that are for people to wank over. And it's like, yeah, but you're putting them out. There's probably about 3 billion people in the world have got an internet connection. So 3 billion pairs of eyes looking at your things, and
Right.
if they want to have a wank over them, there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop that. It doesn't
Nope.
matter whether it hurts your feelings or, oh, well, I'm doing this for myself to build my self confidence. That's all fine and good. But,
Well, that's great. You're going to build your self confidence, and
Yeah.
several thousand men are going to wank over your photo. I mean, it's just
exactly, yeah.
that's being on the internet. It's
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's one of those. It came down to, I think, that she didn't realise the consequences. It's like, oh well, I want to do this, okay, but the consequences will be that you will attract attention from some people that you might not want to get attention from, and that's
Right.
not in that's not a fucking maybe that's a definite. You will get that, and how you deal with it is up to you. But you cannot stop people once you've made stuff like that. But you can't stop people looking at it, and you certainly can't stop people playing with themselves over it. It's when people get to the point where they're sending you photos or videos or whatever of them knocking one out to it. Yeah, that's taking it a bit far. But you can't say, well, if my feelings are hurt, you've got to stop doing this because you can't do that. Like I said, there's fucking consequences. I mean, there's fucking. There was a video of me on the job knocking around on the internet at one point. I haven't been able to find it for years, so I don't know whether it's been deleted or what. But being as the internet never forgets, it's probably still out there somewhere. There's quite a few pictures of me, with a, ready for work, sort of thing and stuff like that, which people see. I'm not bothered. It really doesn't bother me. But then again, I suppose it's different for women, isn't it? Because I don't know, some women don't mind that, some women do, and if the ones that do probably shouldn't be sending nudes of themselves online and posting them on
Yeah.
Tumblr.
They shouldn't be posting their face online if that's the kind of thing that bothers them.
I remember what it is.
Because there are guys out there who are into some pretty specific things, and they'll fap over a close up of your face.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
just remember, racist pigtails class. You're allowed to be into up to 2 of the 3, but never all 3.
Yeah.
Also, you guys, I just got a comment on my video that says those sandwich look delicious.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they're quite nice floury vats.
I can't.
You should have put some lunch meat in there. I didn't think about that.
Oh man, I should have. Damn. Well, there's always tomorrow.
Ooh. That's a video for you to send Omega next time.
You can put some chocolate sauce on them tomorrow.
Oh my god, I made you a sandwich.
Yeah, that'll be ace.
Oh my god, you would love that. You have no idea.
Yeah. You should do like an X-rated one for like regular viewers that you could just DM to like me. Where instead of wearing something, you'd like not wearing something. That'd be great. Well, yeah, but that's the thing there. It's it's stuff like that. People don't seem to realize, especially a lot of young ones these days don't seem to realize. I've had loads of people that's fucking said, like they've said horrible things on Facebook and stuff like that. Made direct accusations against people on Facebook. And then think that because they deleted the tweet or whatever, that erases it from history. And it's like, no, because you've said this about this certain person. It don't matter whether you've deleted the tweet or not. They're not going to forget that. And what you owe that person is a fucking apology, and an actual apology, not just fucking, oh, well, I deleted the tweet, so it's not true,
Nobody apologizes on the internet. That shows weakness.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. It's when you're doing stuff like that, and then you still want have some sort of association with the person that you've fucking done it with. You either apologize or you go, or you go off somewhere else.
Apologies are a tool of the patriarchy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. It's amazing how many people these days just will not take responsibility for stuff that they've done. And, it's like you've got them banged to fucking rights. And then they won't. They absolutely refuse to admit that they were wrong or that they owe you an apology and things like that. And they wonder why people get pissed off with them and everything. It really fucking it. I mean, it's like I've done that. When I've done something wrong, it's like, oh right, shit, yeah, sorry. That's easy enough to do. And it's like I say, it's an actual fucking meaningful apology as well. Instead of like what you get from call centers and shit, where oh well, this has gone wrong. You fucking took this money off me for no, and then they're like, oh well, I'm sorry about that. It's like, no, you're not sorry. You're just saying that. Fucking apologize properly, you bastard. Yeah, but I don't know. Oh, so anybody got anything else want to talk about other than Buttercup's tits?
Not really.
I mean, is there really anything else to talk about?
Yeah, well, no, we talk about Buttercup's ass instead. What's the other end like? You're gonna get a video of you wobbling that. Can you twerk?
No, unfortunately, I'm too white for that.
Yeah, well, you don't have to be black, but that's racist.
No, I'm just too white. Like, I'm not even including one particular skin color. Like, I'm just everyone else is better than me at that.
Well, I say it's like white men can't jump, so white girls can't twerk.
White girls can't twerk. You haven't seen Miley Cyrus, have you?
Yeah.
No, I reiterate, white girls can't twerk.
Yeah, I'm going to set up that Miley Cyrus doesn't actually have an arse to wave about. It's like I say, I could grab her by the ankles and use her to clean my toilet with, She probably wouldn't protest either. I mean, she's decided now that she's a fucking non-binary, non-human something or other, hasn't she?
No idea anymore.
Miley Cyrus says that she's a non-binary, gender fluid, fucking transhuman something. All that.
How can you be never mind. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's one where they just string a load of like random words together, and what she's basically saying is I really like attention, and please give me attention. I mean, I know I've got like hardly measurable tits, and I'm not really that good looking. And to be fair,
what are we talking about again? I lost track.
Yeah, she looks
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, looks like
she used to be really cute, and then she turned 18. I mean, back when she looked like a normal person, she was cute.
Yeah,
and then she got weird, and she can sing when she really wants to.
Oh yeah, but she doesn't need to sing anymore now, does she? She's more better known for being a dick.
Well, no, she's actually going to go back to country music and look normal because she doesn't want to culturally appropriate anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Well, she's culturally appropriate anyway because country music has its roots in black music.
Damn it! White people don't have anything.
No, well,
we have no culture.
Yeah, to be fair, there was a guy who was going back quite a few years now and released a song, and it sounded like country and western music. And when they said I didn't realise you were releasing the, and he said it's not. It's music that they used to play in like the Yorkshire Dales, like in medieval times. And he says, it does sound a lot like country and western music, because that's basically where it came from. It's like all those people that went over on the Mayflower and stuff, start playing music like that, and then over time, like all the, like black influence added, like beats to it and stuff like that, and it became modern country and western, which is weird. But that's why there's no such thing as cultural appropriation, because if there was cultural appropriation, then, people didn't do it, then we'd have nothing. Still have living in caves and using fucking pieces of bone and, to eat as dinner with and shit.
I've been trying to free Buttercup from the patriarchy, but she's really internalized that misogyny.
Yeah,
I really have.
I've got. I've got to say, I've got a piece of misogyny right here that I'd love to internalize.
Well, clothes are a tool of the patriarchy, and she refuses
Yeah.
to listen.
Yeah, clothes are a tool of the patriarchy, and yeah. That's what I might get a little misogyny tattooed on my dick. Then that's what I say. That means then I'm internalizing my misogyny.
That would be amazing.
Oh, you've not seen my John Thomas. It's massive, like as thick as a coat can.
Buttercup already needs to get herself a boy harem.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I need a harem.
Although I maintain a girl harem is better. Never, but you can't have a co-ed harem because then they'll be all tuckered out when you need them.
Yeah, that's what I say. You go in and you want, like
They're all wearing chastity, like the chastity underwear from like the Middle Ages,
no, chastity.
and I'll
belts.
be the only one with a key.
Yeah, that's what I said, chastity belts didn't actually exist until the Victorian times.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Get them all those underwear with the elephant trunks and the snakes, and then just call it your zoo.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, I actually probably should go. I have to be up at like 4:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
Crazy talk. Just don't go to bed.
Yeah, but I have to work tomorrow for 8 hours. So
What do you do anyway?
I work in a restaurant.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, you know those restaurants where they eat sushi off of naked ladies.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
You can only eat sushi off my nipples, though.
Oh, stop.
They
She's
just
got like
give
dinner
me-
plate size nipples, so it's actually more than you think.
It's fine. Yeah. No,
Oh,
I work in a restaurant, and it's probably a good idea for me to get sleep because if I don't get sleep, I'm gonna throw an old motherfucker through a window.
That's fine.
Oh, is it
Troy
one
works
of
at an IHOP.
Is it one of them like buffet restaurants? It's actually
No, nothing like that. But we do have.
them. Yeah, I was watching, was it Undercover Boss, or like the American version of Undercover Boss, and
Yeah, it's still on.
quite a few of them are like where guys that like people that own chain restaurants, and a lot of them do them like buffet dinner things, and we don't have them here really. We have like buffet stuff, but it's usually just like Chinese places and things like that. We don't have like where you can go in and get like a roast beef dinner.
Oh shit! Oh, that gives me an idea.
Going for a
Does it involve nudity and
Absolutely
food?
nothing relevant. No, I have a friend who's from the UK who's coming over to visit next year.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't really have buffets over there, I guess I'm gonna have to take them to a buffet.
Yeah, well, I say
You
if
can
it's
do a
one of
Chinese
all you can eat places, it's all right. Yeah, I mean we do have all you can eat, but it tends to, like I say, it just tends to be more like sort of Chinese or Indian stuff.
Well, I mean we have those too,
Yeah,
but
we don't. Yeah, I mean I got
Just-
kicked out of one of those once and banned. Well, yeah, because what it was is it was I think it was £10 each, and me and one of my ex-girlfriends said, well, my ex-girlfriend said about going there, and I was determined to get my money's worth. So I didn't have anything to eat properly for about 2 days before we went, and when I went, I was putting it away by the fucking tub. I must have gone through about about 24 plates, and that's the common. They had like a stay limit on where you only have to stay for an hour. But in that hour, I must have eaten enough food to last the average person for a fortnight. And the cum basically been there about 3/4 of an hour, and they said basically you're taking piss. We'd like you to leave, please. So,
oh my
like,
god!
yeah, I'm like, but it says all you can eat. So it's like, yeah, but you're taking piss. You get like fucking 10 people dinners. It's like, well, I'm hungry, So, yeah, I got kicked out. We got kicked out, and I was asked not to come back. I got my money's worth. Oh, it was very nice. Yeah. Well, if Buttercup's going, then we'll bring this to an end. So we've only had one sort of decent viewer in there, Phil Daniels, who sent me the link to the channel. I'll give him a watch. So if anybody's listening to this in the future, get off your hover scooters and go and have a look at Buttercup's channel. It's got tips on it.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah, and I'm going to have a look at Phil Daniels' channel as well, see what he's like. His stuff's a bit niche, but he asked for a shout out. So Phil Daniels has a YouTube channel. I don't know what's on it yet, but we'll give him a shout out. If people don't want to watch it, they don't have to. So yeah, I'll thank the people that's been on. So I've Book Up on, I've had Nobody Interested on, I've had Casual Cali on, who's had to go and have sex with a Mexican husband. He's probably a bit tired from climbing over the wall or something. So yeah, so thanks anybody that did watch or anybody who watches this in the future. Bye.
Gotta go watch my video on Fab.
Yeah, I've got to go and do
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've been doing that this entire stream.
I had a feeling.